Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to share with you guys the build that I started for patch 0.3 Path of Exile 2 early access, which is my Fang of Frost Huntress using the parry mechanics. So yeah, I'm playing melee build when everyone else is playing range. Anyway, actually I wanted to play this build during the introduction of Huntress back in 0.2 because basically one of my favorite skill in Path of Exile 1 is Glacial Hammer, and this Cold Strike skill kinda reminds me of that. But the reason I didn't really follow through with that build is because Parry is kind of bad back then in 0.2, and basically I'm not going to go further into details because they've already updated. They already made huge changes to Parry for this league, and so how it works now is that you basically can parry almost any attack except the attacks made by bosses when they flash red. So when those huge attack is coming, provided you don't suffer a heavy stun, which I'll show you guys in the gameplay video later. So the good thing about parry also that you might not realize is for example, let's say a boss can do a 4-hit light combo attack, and if you parry that if you were to dodge that attack, you'll be basically dodge rolling every attack until you're out of the way or the attack finishes. But if you parry the attack, you can actually inflict stun on the boss and he'll stop the combo immediately. So as long as your heavy stun bar is available, I would recommend you to parry most of the time. It's also the good thing also is because parry not only stops the combo, it also, where is it? Here. It also inflicts a parry debuff where the target takes 50% more attack damage for the next attack, and it combos with Fang of Frost, where Fang of Frost here, let's see. Oops, sorry.
Fangs of Frost stabs an enemy with an ice-tipped spear.
So it does a normal attack, but after you parry, it will cause an explosion.
Highly effective at freezing.
So the attack damage is 227, and with 113 more freeze build up. But if you do consume the parry debuff, the attack will be 521% attack damage and 452 more freeze build up compared to 113. So it can almost instantly freeze any bosses with just a single step. And the second mechanic that I utilize for this build is the 0-second weapon swap that GGG buff for this league, where it says here weapon swap time 0 seconds. So you can immediately change from weapon set 1 to weapon set 2 with a push of a button seamlessly. So I kinda separated the work of parrying and attacking using weapon set 1 and weapon set 2. So separated my offense and defense, and I'll show this also later in the passive skill tree. And then yeah, I think I'll just go do a short mapping to show you guys how the build plays. Okay, I'll just do this map real quick. Sorry, I'm just going to do a lot of cutting in the video also because I'm not sure why. Even though the patch is quite fun, the performance has been absolutely horrible, and I've been suffering through like very long loading screen, like minutes at a time, and not to mention the frame drop during Abyss especially. Oh, that was horrible. To the point that I almost wanted to drop this game early, but because I enjoyed the playstyle very much, so I just suffered through anyway. But yeah, I'm not sure. This is something everybody else is facing also, so yeah, no point complaining. I mean, as long as they know about it, because the loading time is has been kind of long since before this patch anyway. Okay, so we have two playstyle. We have aggressive playstyle where you're confident the map won't kill you, and you have defensive playstyle where you're kind of worried the things you meet might kill you. So during aggressive playstyle, I'll just show how to play. Basically, just step and click your parry in between. It's kind of hard to show you guys whether I'm parrying or not because it's a very short animation. But I'll show you what happens when you parry an enemy. There's an orange orb on the enemy that lasts for some time, and if you attack, it'll do a sort of ice crystal explosion which inflicts huge damage in an area and also inflicts huge freeze build-up. So basically, when you rush to an enemy, see, the mob doesn't render properly. Yeah, this is what I was telling you guys about. Performance is really horrible. And anyway, so basically, you step, parry, step, parry, step, parry, step, parry. It's like you do a 1-2 on your input button, where I'm assigning into my left click and right click. So left click, right click, left click, right click, left click, right click. The both animations are short enough, quick enough that it actually does happen. So yeah. Oh, also the reason why I'm not like attacking always is because, oops, sorry, I'm not used to walking while I'm playing. The reason, one of the reason why I'm also alternating like that is because sometimes the enemy projectile does come at you. Of course, there's also another way to do it, is that you dodge away, you roll away to dodge the attack. But either way, you can also parry the attack to stun the enemy. And you can see the shattering the enemy and basically Herald of Ice doing a lot of work. And you just move, you do move quite fast. Okay, wait, I'll show you guys the defensive playstyle once we reach the Abyss Node, which is when I almost never parry because of the number of mobs, because I'm scared they're just gonna heavy stun me, and that's basically almost a death sentence. Also, the reason why you don't really need to attack like very frequently is because the Fang of Frost is using where is it? Ancestral Call, where it's ancestrally boosted once every 3 seconds, and what it means is that it strikes 2 additional targets. It also deals more damage and more area effect, but what we really want is when it strikes additional enemy, and when you reach mob packs, that can sometimes result in a huge explosion. But also, just take note that if you miss the attack, the cooldown will also trigger to refresh the ancestral boost. There, I parry in between, and the debuff comes to the enemy, and basically your attack will be boosted into that ice crystal explosion for even better clear. Okay. when you meet a tougher enemy, you can do your storm lance, and then before it explodes, just hit the enemy until it frees. The good thing about storm lance is that, wait, sorry, I'm really not used to talking while I'm playing, so it's kind of distracting for me. Okay, what's Stormlance is our additional backup skill that we use to, number one, create shock ground on detonation, and the good thing is also when we use Nova projectiles, it will fire additional projectile, and you can actually control the how far it's lodged, and if you do it like very close to each other, all of the Stormlance projectile would basically overlap and shotgun the enemy. But when you're fighting mob packs, just aim a little bit far and then just do it like that. Of course, this one doesn't show a very large area because we don't have a frenzy charge. If it consumes a frenzy charge, the behavior would change. I'll show you. Here we have a frenzy charge, and basically it chains the lightning on the ground and before finally exploding, and it really helps during very dense mob packs like Abyss. Okay, I'll show you one ritual. Okay, the reason why sometimes you want to dodge roll out of the way is because the attack, the spear jab of Fang of Frost is very narrow, and sometimes you miss the enemy, and sometimes it aims at weird enemy and not the one closest to you. So yeah, sometimes it's better to just move back and then just hit the enemy that's basically the most the one that's closest to you. Okay, so I finally reached the Abyss Node for this map. Just a heads up, this is a different map than the one in the earlier part of the video because that map kinda crashed, so I stopped recording, and once I reached the Abyss Node at the map there, I forgot to turn on back the recording. Long story short, here we are. Another map, but still Abyss Node. So I'm going to show you how to play defensively. Basically, what I'm going to do is just step the closest enemy that's coming towards me, and then just to gain frenzy charges, and then just throw down my Stormlance in an... I roll back first just to gain distance, and then throw the Stormlance at a nice even spread to thin out the mob packs. This is because Abyss Hordes are just like way too many, and I wouldn't recommend playing aggressively using Parry or what, because there's a good chance your heavy stun build up can your heavy stun bar can build up really fast, and then if you're heavy stun in front of the pack, you're basically dead. Anyway, let's go. So step, gain frenzy, Stormlance. Always maintain your distance and then just kite them while doing the occasional step and casting Stormlance. And basically, that's how you clear Abyss Hordes. And just keep moving. Okay, step. Remember, you're just stabbing to gain frenzy charge. You're not really to damage the enemy. Okay. And also, the reason why you don't want to dive very deep in the middle of mob packs, even though you have things like Herald of Ice. The performance can drop like really badly in the middle, so yeah. And also another reason is because I believe the rare enemies of the Abyss doesn't show up in the minimap, so like you never know how much enemy is in there. Oh, and also something I forgot to mention, I actually have Cult Weak also in this build. It's just that I use it very sparingly, usually during bosses, but also it's a good way to it's a good thing to use defensively, because there you see, if you found an indicator to cull the enemy for the one closest to you, you can do that just to gain the an immediate frenzy charge. Like that. So yeah, that's basically how to clear. Thankfully, this abyss hordes are not that dense, but basically you do the same strategy to clear an even denser abyss hordes or whatever juice content you're running. Okay, so I think we reached the bossing. So what we're going to do is shown. I'll show you in the note at the bottom of the screen there. First, you do sniper mark to mark the target, because that's the only way to generate frenzy charge during bossing. And then you stab them until you get the frenzy charge, and then you use storm lance to basically do damage and inflicts shock ground on the boss. And then you stab them, continue stabbing them, and once they're frozen, you pop down war banner, and then basically just stab them until they're unfrozen and repeat. And of course, parry whenever possible. Okay. Okay. Don't even have to do the full combo. And just to highlight, this is monster level 80 map. So yeah, the build is like really strong, even though it's currently at world difficulty 0, because I haven't have any notes on this map boss 3 yet, because yeah, I'm still kind of figuring out how to progress the 3 for endgame. But basically that's how you do the full combo. I only managed to parry her once. You can check back when I did the parry, but once she's frozen, I want to put war banner and basically just stab away. And yeah, that's about it for the bossing for this build. Okay, basically that's about it for the concept of the build. I'll probably do a part 2 video just to further dive into the details of the gears, the gem setup, and the passive skill tree and whatnot, because it's kind of hard to do all of it in one single video. And oh, but don't worry, I'll share a POB link for those who basically doesn't require much guidance to understand. To at least a POB of my character, my current setup, and maybe I'll just summarize a little bit on why I do the certain things I do, and you can figure it out yourself. Or otherwise, you can wait for the part 2 video so that I can explain it even better. And basically that's about it. Thank you very much. Bye.